What's up, family? So today I want to talk about you and your progress. Has it slowed? Has it come to a screeching halt? I hope not, but if it has, I have some tips for you because it is something we can fix. The two main reasons, one's nutrition and one is exercise. So let's start with nutrition. If your progress has slowed and you are eating healthy, if you are eating, I'm eating the same things that I was eating before and getting progress, chances are you're not eating enough calories. So, as your body starts to develop nice lean muscle, as your body starts getting used to our interval training, your metabolism is going to increase. That's the point of interval training, is to keep that metabolism revved up for up to 38 hours after your workout. What that means is your body is going to need more fuel. It's going to need more calories. So minimally 1,200 calories for ladies, 1,500 for guys. Now that's minimum, and none of you really probably should be that low, especially if you're working out at least 3 times a week with us. So if you, let's say for example, you've been on a 1,500 calorie plan and you've been losing weight consistently and now all of a sudden it has stalled. What I would recommend doing is increasing by 200 calories, so 1,700 calories, and you're going to want to add some protein-based options. And this is all generally, of course, everybody's a little bit different, so this is all general advice. Now, the reason we're adding protein is because, again, you've added some nice lean muscle to your body, which has revved up your metabolism and has caused your, basically everything to slow down because you're not giving your body enough fuel. So adding 200 calories of protein. Now make sure that you give yourself 2 weeks, give your body 2 weeks to adapt. Okay, so you don't want to change anything up for at least 2 weeks. That's just how long it takes your body to realize what we're trying to accomplish. And yes, it can take that long. And then we can adjust from there. But that is generally the first thing I always recommend when somebody says for no reason at all, they're eating the same way and their progress has stalled or come to a halt. Give your body more fuel. I know it sounds scary to eat more, but trust me, I've done it myself, been busy working, forgot to eat, and then when I'm very consistent and I eat a lot, the fat melts off. It's really awesome. It's really important to feed those muscles, okay? So that would be the number one thing nutrition-wise. Now let's talk about exercise. When you first started, everything probably felt like an 8 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 intensity, right? It was probably tough to consistently move for 30 seconds, some of you. It probably was tough to, lift very heavy weights depending on the exercises we're doing. So everything felt challenging. Everything felt uncomfortable. Now, again, when you start to, build that endurance, when you start to build that strength, that nice lean muscle, things start to get a little bit easier, don't they? Think about it for a second. Think about how sometimes you can just kind of go through a workout like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Now, if that is you, I will tell you, you have to be uncomfortable to get results, okay? That is important. I say it all the time. The uncomfortable area, the zone, is where those results are, unfortunately. I know you thought you were over that period, but you're not. So how can you increase it? How can you get to that period? Less rest, increasing those weights. Okay, you're not going to get bulky by doing interval training with weights. I promise you that. Increase those weights, especially on the lower body stuff. That is a great way to rev up your metabolism super high because your legs are the strongest muscles in your body. So if you are getting that burn, that feeling like your legs are going to fall off, you're accomplishing what you're trying to accomplish, and that is going to rev up your metabolism, and that is going to help get your metabolism going again and get that fat melting off again. So really make sure you're increasing your intensity, making sure you're uncomfortable. Guys, you shouldn't be able to talk during the workout. If you can talk during the workout, you're at about a 5 out of 10, okay? You need to be at about an 8 out of 10, which means you're taking breaths in between. You can't say a full sentence. You're taking breaths in between the words. And that's the talk test. That's the easiest way to kind of gauge intensity level so that you can know if, where you're at with the intensity. So it's going to be super important to stay out of your comfort zone. Okay, so even as you've been with us for some time, you still need to continuously do that if your goal is continuous fat loss. Okay, So those are some of the key things, the top 2 things that I recommend you visit if your progress is slowing, or if it's come to a screeching halt, is start there. Okay, and then of course there's lots of other things. Are you drinking enough water? Are you taking in a lot of chemicals, a lot of artificial sweeteners, preservatives, things of that nature? Did you develop some health issues? Getting blood work done can always help. Are you sleeping 7-8 hours a day? That is huge. People really underestimate the power of stress. When your cortisol levels are high, which happens when you're stressed out, you cannot lose weight. You can. Okay, so that's why when people go through periods of stress, they tend to put weight on. It's really important to make sure you're getting sleep. The recovery part is just as important as the working part of this process of this journey. So making sure you're getting enough sleep too. There's lots of other things it could be. So start with making sure you're getting enough calories and making sure your intensity level is an 8 out of 10. Use the talk test. Let your coach know, hey, I'm struggling with being uncomfortable. Can you push me some more? We're happy to do that. Coaches love doing that. So make sure that you are, evaluating those 2 options first. If you're still struggling, then reach out to your coach. We will dissect what's going on. We'll need to know lots of things about what's going on. So make sure you provide all the info that we need to help you. It's one of my favorite things to do is kind of figure out what's going on and why your progress slowed, because there's a reason, okay? So I hope you're doing great. I hope that you're making January 10th, the 10th day of this month of this new year, successful. I hope you have your workout in. I'm going to get mine in right now. Pretty pumped up. Got my pre-wad flowing through the body, ready to go, because I know that I need to stay uncomfortable in my workouts to continue progressing as well. So I will talk to you guys soon. I love you. Have a great day.